Welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heelcom empath, and I just like doing these little talks on how I feel about these things. I don't know if I'm live or not. See, it's my ongoing freaking tech feud. Freaking drives me crazy, you know. It says live stream in the margin when you have Safari open. I got a Mac, so I go, okay, live stream. Click on it, and then it's like, oh, we can't do that in this browser. Go to here and choose one of these, Opera, Microsoft, these other browsers, and then one that's listed is Safari. I'm just like, do these programmers? I mean, people just throw money at them and what do they do with it? Because this technology just doesn't make any sense. The human-computer interface with technology, I don't know. I just think there's a disconnect between humans and interface. I freaking spent like 30 minutes. I went on a quick trip, got a cookie, got mom a cheeseburger, and during that time, I made a right-hand turn, and there's this wonky freaking intersection by this school. And school's back in session, or the lights are flashing like they are. I don't know if kids are in school yet, but teachers are back here in Oregon, and there's like this no stop sign this way, a stop sign here, and then I had a stop sign. And I turned to make my right turn, and there's a minivan that came down the hill, and he was stopped, and I turned and saw her here, right? And these two cars, these roads, they had the right of way, these two cars this way, and this freaking car at the stop sign pulled right out in front of these two cars that were right here, and I saw that in my rear view mirror, and I was just like, I just saw another accident. And then it just tells me that people are just, the astrology is true. There's going to be you're going to see a lot of what? And then I went to, was it Five Guys or some burger joint? The idea of a hamburger makes me want to throw up these days. And I ordered a regular burger, and then when the lady called back, the girl, and then a vanilla shake, and then I got myself a ginger ale, like a small fountain drink, so I could get a ginger ale, and it was like $13, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like, that seems like, and then she said that it was 2 patties, right? And I was like, regular burgers? She's like, yeah, regulars, 2 patties. Well, it's my mistake, so I didn't know, so I'll go ahead and go forward with that. And then I started to go get my drink and realized she didn't give me a cup, so I went back to the register, got a cup, went to get a drink, went to use the restroom, came back, your milkshake's up, and they give it to me, and it was the strawberry shake. And I was just like, what? It's like, Marge, there's dissonance. This is why I meditated an hour before that's the thing, because my temper, I'm freaking Aries, man. I'm fiery anyway, so I'm not gonna go knowing that other people are so absent-minded and everything's all this Aquarius energy, and all these veils are coming down, and people just aren't paying attention. They're not they're not being present. They're not being where their hands are. So what they're doing is they're putting themselves in these freaking cars and vehicles and stuff, and then they're thinking about all these other things, and they're not where they are. So all these accidents are happening. These are consequences of not being present. When people get stuck too much in their past, or you're spending too much time in your future, and not spending enough time on the present moment, it causes a great deal of dissonance. It really does. It causes a lot of confusion. And I just, as human beings, there's just so many things that we don't do to take care of ourselves, and I'm one of them. I still drink this creamer because I love it, but I feel like crap the next day every time I drink it, because I don't even drink coffee anymore because I'm becoming too sensitive. But I just know it's like, Marge, you won't get all that nasty stuff in you if you remove that from your diet, but I guess it's not, the consequence isn't enough for the pleasure. And people are coming into finding out what the pleasure isn't worth the route. You know what I mean? It's not worth the effort. People have ideas of outcomes of things, and they're reaching them, and then it's like, it's like it falls short. That's why I really try not to, and it took years and years of freaking practicing. You know, don't tie an outcome to any situation. Try not to tie an outcome to any situation. Yeah, you want something favorable to happen for you, but try not to limit yourself to what that one favorable thing could be, because there's so many other things that could be more favorable for you. It's a beautiful evening. I asked a young man last night, did you hear the storm last night? Because there's a big storm in Salem. It came over Salem. And he's like, yeah. And I look up at him when we speak, so I'm not good at heights. I'm only, well, I was 5'3" and 3/4. Now I'm 5'2". I have a little shrinkage in the T11 region, T12 vertebrae. And so I look at him. He's at least 5'10", we'll say. You know, maybe even 6 foot. Who knows? He's bigger than me. Everybody seems to be bigger than me. Anyway, so he and I'm like, did you see it? Because my dog wanted out and it made me nervous. And he's like, yeah. He's like, no, but it woke me up. He's like, and he grabbed him and he's like, and it scared me. He's like, it scared me. I said, that's what nature does, you know. Human beings go bebopping along. We are all so powerful. We create our own destiny. We manifest all of the abundance. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Most of these freaking people inherited their shit. You know what I mean? I don't get no inheritance. I got nobody to inherit nothing from except my genes. You know, my ancestors. That's all the inheritance I get, you know, all the knowledge I get passed down. It's what I'm drawn to, my lineage, you know, and we're supposed to be custodians of the earth, and we dropped the ball, so nature is reminding us, all of Mother Nature, that you are contingent on me. I am not contingent on people. And yet people with their egos, you know, their egos, swinging egos, and it ain't gender specific, no. Females can swing their egos just as much as men can swing theirs, you know, it's just imbalance. There's so many beautiful things happening. There's so many people waking up and, you know, going out and sitting under trees. Every time I'd go by the park, there's more and more people. And it's not just Saturdays and Sundays anymore, you know. People are unplugging. People are going out. Because all that stuff that all the marketers and all the salespeople have promoted for years and years to raise your vibration and to make you happier, well, people are finding out that batteries die. You don't get to play with it. You know, all these, everything that I always looked at, because I was IT and mechanics and stuff, and people look at their, you know, they always want the latest and greatest. But the latest and greatest ain't even been tested, and quality isn't as that good on things these days. So even names that have been reputable, now it's just all plastic and crap anyway, you know. So the way I figure, it doesn't matter if it's a car, a VCR, a TV, you know, you get 2-3 years out of it, be glad. You know, and people always want to upgrade then, you know, and it don't matter. I mean, I remember we had a little black and white TV we used to watch MASH and stuff on, and, you know, I remember the storylines. I don't remember, you know, and we'd go over to other people's houses, and they'd have color TVs, and there's no I remember the story. I don't remember the size of the screen that I saw it on. I just recall the storyline. So people put so much emphasis on bells and whistles in pony shows. It's annoying, man. Wasted resources on bells, whistles, and look at us. And then when we look at you, you're like, oh, wait, I have no content. Wait, don't look. That's what's happening with a lot of folks right now. Yep, I'm starting to see it. People are, you know, all these teachers and gurus, and, you know, they can't get their tech to work. You know, they're freaking, you know, they're people's true colors just are, you just can't hide them. People just can't hide them. They just can't. They can try, but, you know, I mean, even when I was a big old drunk, lush all the time, I never freaking lied about stuff, because I can never keep track of all the stuff people lie about, you know. It's just big old choose your own adventure, and a lot of days, you know, it's I have so much stuff to keep track in my head, you know. That's why, like, when I cook, I just cook. You know, I don't do other things and cook. I just cook. So, some things it's not worth multitasking, but it's just, you know, there's a lot of anxiousness going on, you know. And that kid didn't even know there was an earthquake today. That was pretty interesting. So we had that huge storm, a lot of seismic activity, and that tells me the latitude and longitude people are calibrating. Because there's only static when there's division, you know, when there's not a clear contact. So people are coming in line with who they are, you know. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing because I believe in mostly that good people want to be good. People want to be good to other people. People aren't good to other people when they're hurting, when they're uncomfortable, when they're in pain. But, you know, thankfully there's a lot more, you know, natural remedies that people are coming into again using for medicinal. I'm not just talking, yeah, CBD and is huge, but there's other stuff too, you know. You know, just eating the right vitamins can freaking keep so many ailments away, you know. There's a lot of people like me haven't had colds in 10, 20 years, you know. And then there's people that freaking are, seems like every time, you know, every quarterly they're getting some kind of antibiotic, you know. I think I'm 45 and 2 times. I didn't even take my first round of antibiotics until I was in the Air Force after I was 26, 27, something like that. But so I'm freaking healthy as a horse. Knock on wood. See, that ain't superstition. That's about trying to calibrate. Because you get a little too cocky and arrogant about stuff, and the world's like, oh, yeah, you want to see? And then 3 days, I'm like, you know. Yeah, so never try to get too cocky. Never let that ego get too big. What else was I going to talk about? I think that's about it. It's a good day. All in all, Mom doesn't have much of an appetite either, and she's been wanting to watch Longmire. And full moon's tomorrow. New moon. No, there's so many. I just recommend people. This was kind of a cool thing, and I'll end up on this Sips elixir. When I get my eyeball headaches, get one of their elixirs. I posted a little excerpt because I'll mix it with the coconut water and a little Sprite, and put some of the Sips elixir. And because I don't take pills, I don't like narcotics. I never like, you know, I'm an alcoholic, so that stuff ain't too good. And put a little Sips in there, and it's neat because when I go get it, there's older people, you know, my mom's age and stuff, that more and more that I'm finding that are benefit. Well, anyway, I posted on my Instagram, my Snapnacks, a picture of under my tree, you know, where I do my videos, and put a little thing, and they liked it, and that was cool. That was the first one, you know, and they even said thank you for posting this, and you know, because I just said, hey, I'm a veteran, this helps me get through my days with my freaking aches and pains, and it helps me take care of my mom, thank you. And they're just like, this is why we got into it. So I'm always big on endorsing what you support, finding out, you know, and I looked into the company, what the people are about too, you know. And you know, if you don't believe in the people that have the company, don't do business with the company. But if you wholeheartedly believe in what they're trying to do, then by all means, keep speaking your truth. Hope you all have a rad evening. Peace.